Yeah.
All right. We are heading into draft. I was checking with the teams if they need a break, but they say, nah, it's cool. That's a direct quote from Bog. Nah, it's cool. So we are going to go into draft uh, as soon as they hit the ready buttons there and see GFG now over on the red side, BMO starting on the blue. So we'll see what kind of adjustments can be made here. We saw the Senna the Senna first pick last time, prioritizing that, and of course it was the Jinx prioritized over by BMO, and we like the Jinx pick. We like the Jinx Nami bot lane. It just, Senna Cho'Gath turned out to be completely dominant there, and of course, you can't talk about last game without talking about Swark on the Zac. That is a big problem that BMO really need to solve right now.
Yep. Absolutely. If I'm BMO right now, or if I was more like a coach for BMO, I would tell them to go for absolutely 100% ease of execution. Um, Means press R, win the game type champions. I'm talking MF, Leona,
Yep.
um, you know, Malphite.
Sure. Yep.
Because those are the champions that can win you the game no matter what. If you just play the game smart. Like, not, you don't actually need to be mechanically better than your opponents. You just have to
Yep.
make the right decisions.
Yep.
Which is a lot easier than, being Faker. So,
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we get to see that. The bans, I think they still need to ban Xerath, I believe. Xerath
Yep.
for who is it? I can't
Lucan.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Lucan.
Lucan,
Yep.
yeah. Lucan Xerath is pretty disgusting last time I saw it. As we do see
Yeah.
the Senna ban is going to come out for BMO.
There we go. So they don't want to face that lane, and fair enough. Even without Swark, it did look pretty rough for them down there. Xerath coming out first ban. GFG still putting respect on Lucan's name, and we know that Lucan can back up with words and with actions on that Xerath. And hearing that diss track before we came in, so BMO looking for a new look in this game and looking for a new bot lane. There we go. There's the Tristana taken away as well, and they don't want GFG to play anything like what they just saw in game one. Pardon me.
You're just going to ban out their entire, like,
Yeah,
their
their
composition.
entire 5-man roster
Okay.
goes out. Oh,
Go
that'll be
get
great.
Zach.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. But I'm wondering what the picks are going to be. So remind me, is the diss track from BMO towards
The diss
GFG?
track is from BMO. Yeah, Lucan, the
Oh
Xerath
boy.
player, is the one who made the diss track. So they are GFG definitely not exactly needing to respond with another diss track right now. Their response is pretty clear. But yeah, we'll see if they do exactly that. There's BMO coming out with the Yone ban coming back. Cirrus lamenting that in our lobby chat here, and Twitch is banned out again for GFG. So BMO have the first pick. Where do you go here? Is it do you prioritize a jungler? And they
Hecarim.
do. Hecarim comes through. I was going to wonder about the strong junglers right now. We know Udyr, Hecarim are strong. Olaf can be picked, and there we go. Hecarim it is.
Yeah, Hecarim, super strong jungler. And talking about ease of execution, pretty easy. There's really not that much that you need to do on the champion. As we do see the Samira coming out for GFG. Gonna look forward to that. Of course, Samira. She was very, very bad 2 patches ago. And then
Yes.
Shield Bow got changed, and now she's really good again.
Yep.
Which is super frustrating. But Samira is really good, and she is, of course, especially good with engaged tanks with knockups. I wonder who that could be. It's not going to be Zach. Just kidding.
You got baited hard there, Natural. You just
Jebaited.
got completely bamboozled. No bamboozles? I don't think so, because Maokai is the pick instead of Zac. Now, the question is that
Ooh.
Maokai going into the support role? Probably. That's where we generally see it. But Xayah is picked up as the response.
Xayah. All right, now it's my time to flex.
Now we're talking.
Xayah is my main. I have an absurd amount of games on her. She is very bad right now. She has been a low tier AD carry since the beginning of the season, and Braum is an okay pick with her. It's okay-ish because you can proc the frostbite very quickly, and then you can it's not the frostbite, it's the concussive blows. Excuse me. You
Concussive
can proc the
blows. I
concussive
was I
blows.
was
Yeah.
ready to just believe you. I was ready to be real impressed because I cannot
I
remember
believe
names of passives.
I believe that's Ash.
Yeah.
Regardless, doesn't matter. Because you can proc that, and then of course you pull back your feathers, and you have like a nice CC chain going.
Yes.
And Xayah is considered like somewhat of a counter pick into Samira because she has to dash into you,
Yeah.
but it's still not great. The reason for that is because Samira has her W, and she can 100% negate your E, which is like your entire damage.
Yeah.
Also, Xayah Duskblade is the best build on her right now, and I will not hear any slander of that build.
Ooh. We'll have to
uh,
see. We'll have to test that theory out, but we'll see if BMO do choose to go for that. No bamboozles up on the meta. And Samira, yeah, like not exactly ease of execution, but along with Maokai and Zac, which was picked later, you weren't baited, you were just delayed. Zac comes
exactly.
in again, and so BMO feeling like they are able to deal with that, letting it through here, feeling like the lanes were more of the problem.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, Xayah is good into Zac Maokai, Samira.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They have to
Just
engage
yeah.
on top of you, and you ult, and then you can dodge their engage and whatnot. We do see the final bans coming in. The Anivia, as well as the Aurelion Sol, are going to be banned for GFG, as well as Twisted Fate. And the last ban for BMO will be the GP.
Well, the Twisted Fate ban is interesting because it implies they're looking for something in specific with Lucan, and I'm not sure what exactly he's looking for, but Corki is the one picked up for mid lane. So GFG continuing to go with this sort of AD carry style, damage composition with tanks and big front line to back it up. GFG sticking to their guns here. We'll see what BMO have in response. They've got to pick a mid laner here, and they've seen it. So mid and top are remaining for BMO. Now, the types of things that are available for
Yeah.
mid, Pantheon's still up, but it's very tough to pick into this team. You're looking for some kind of control mage. Shen, though, is the pick up in the top lane. And we're assuming that's a Maokai support, right?
Yeah. No, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be a Maokai support. Maokai and Samira are very strong.
Yep.
Of course, you can get that knockup back into Samira, and then it's a very easy CC chain there. The Orianna is being considered for BMO. I think it's a pretty decent pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Orianna isn't the easiest champion.
Yep.
Annie is pretty much better Orianna at this level of play.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter. The Orianna will be picked, and it's fine.
Yep.
As we see the Scion coming in from the top lane, and again, it's basically the same composition from GFG.
Yep.
Um, it's 3 tanks, 280 carries. Deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. And when
Yeah.
presented with that challenge last game, BMO said, "No thanks, we won't deal with it. We will just lose instead."
We will go next.
Yeah. So
Uh,
we'll see if they choose a different response here. But yeah, BMO, I like their team composition. They've got a lot of options in terms of the team fight. Like you say, Samira is a higher tier ADC than Xayah right now, but Xayah does do well into the team. She does well into basically all the champions that GFG have presented. So we'll see if No Bamboozles can pull something out of a hat here.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. Xayah is she used to be like an quote unquote easy AD carry because she was so safe.
Yeah.
But I believe that now she is actually like pretty difficult just
Yeah.
because all your damage relies on one skill shot. And the timing is really crucial. It's hard, man. Good luck.
Well, good
I'm
luck
looking forward to
indeed.
seeing it.
Can BMO take that good luck charm and translate it to a win here to bring us to a game 3, or will GFG finish it off as we predicted on the analyst desk? Time will tell, and we will see you after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Championship Series. We got League of Legends tonight. GFG, George Foreman Grill, have already taken one game off of Boomer Mechanics only, and we've got a new look for the compositions on both of these teams for Game 2, where George Foreman Grill are looking to put this one away. BMO looking to stay alive in this series. If the last game is any indication, this might be a quick one, natural, because GFG just completely dominated the Rift.
Yep. They got clapped the first game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it that way, as we do
Yep.
see a bit of a bush trap here coming in for GFG. Pretty smart, the level 1 from Braum is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be going for some cheeky invade, but they're not going to go for it. It just looks like a 5-pointer as well as a ward down in that Raptor camp up there from J Beach. So they will have the info on where Swark is going. We're talking about a bit about compositions. GFG basically has the same composition,
Yep.
despite only having one champion in common with the last draft. It's pretty much the same thing.
That's true. New look was not the right phrase. You're right.
It
I
is a
didn't
new
think before
look.
I spoke.
They look new.
It's a new look. It's not a new play style. That's for sure. That's for
I
sure.
agree with that.
Yeah, you saved me there. J Beach though, back onto the Hecarim this time, very different than the Fiddlesticks. Gorgster actually finds Dirty Phil, and this is significant damage while the minions are about to reach the lane. So that's going to be a corrupting potion stack already having to be used by the Scion. Dirty Phil not going to be happy with that one. GFG already a little bit on the back foot in the top lane end of things. On the other side, you do see, once again, J-Beach starting with no leash, this time starting on the blue buff, is going to be spotted out by that ward, and so they're going to know that these two junglers are on opposite sides. We'll see what comes of that, if they decide to go vertical or not. Looks unlikely here.
Yeah, most likely not. I don't see a reason why they would do that. It's possible though. We'll have to
Yep.
see, as we do see the Shen trading a bit more here. Shen, of course, in the early levels, very, very strong in the laning phase. Shen is honestly pretty good. I believe they're even buffing him next patch, which
Yeah.
makes absolutely no sense to me.
Play Shen. Yeah. Shen,
Yeah,
Shen is really good right now, I think, and is about to get better. So, yeah, you can see already poking that Scion out of the lane, getting the farm advantage a little bit here, and just generally being annoying up there.
I don't know, absolutely, as a good Shen should do. As would you see some emoting going here in the bot lane?
We knew these two teams would have spicy interactions socially, even if last game the interactions between the champions weren't that spicy. You know, it was pretty mayonnaise up there in a lot of these exchanges.
Yeah, it was special. Anyways, looking at the junglers here, they are not going to be vertical jungling. It looks like we're going for some good old-fashioned horizontal, um, you know, buff to buff, full clear,
Yep.
El
Just good,
Clasico.
honest League of Legends jungling. What I love to see
Absolutely.
and what I never do.
We only like cheese here.
Exactly.
No, but we do see the scuttle is going to be taken by the Zac down. Excuse me, up in that top river. He is looking for a gank here.
Gorgster's pretty far up. We'll see if he can get away. He definitely did have an idea that Swark was coming and is going to be able to evade that gank pretty easily. Has to back off there. Zac shows presence, and you can see being countered by the Hecarim coming in. Hasn't been spotted out yet. They are going to go in for this. Animating Dead up at the top, going and forcing the flash already. Bog going to have to flash as well. Yes, he does. Are they going to dive? No. Going to back off, but both flashes used by the bot lane of GFG. Very successful gank there from J Beach.
Great start. Ziggers and Bog there not really respecting the fact that they knew that Hecarim was down in the bot side. He started top side, so by this time he is going to always be bot side.
Yep.
Unless he's done some really funky pathing. So I just did a little bit disrespectful there, but it's fine. They just use flash and pots, which is going to give a bit of an opening for J Beach. Let's see here. We have a bit of an all-in, actually.
X-Flash coming in, but the damage is favoring the Xayah. First Blood goes over to No Bamboozles, and they also get the stun down on. Will Zizzers be able to get away here? He will manage to find a minion that's far enough away that he can get himself to safety there, but still, First Blood going over to No Bamboozles and still only heal expended, where all the summoner spells are expended on the side of GFG's bot lane. So, just great work so far from BMO, reacting really well to that Hex Flash.
Yeah, it's a bit of a curious all-in.
Yeah.
You're down on summer spells, you're down on pots. All-inning isn't necessarily the best idea. Your all-in is pretty strong,
Yeah,
but it's
I think
not.
maybe that's the logic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just I think overestimating their power a little bit. Xayah isn't a great champion, but she still has pretty decent laning phase. If you just step into her feathers and she does damage to you by pulling back her feathers, you are going to die eventually. So Bog does go down for that. I believe Zizzers didn't actually wind wall or whatever the hell the name of the ability is.
He did, but it just wasn't quite in the right position. He had to sort of change positions a little bit, so it didn't block that many feathers.
Right. Okay. I see. Yeah. So I mean, the good thing is Zizzers is up in farm by quite a decent amount. I believe it will catch up a little bit as this wave is pushed in a bit.
A little bit, but not completely. And yeah, it's something to point out. 12 farm up Definitely non-trivial there as BMO's bot lane. While they did get the first blood, they traded a kill, and with the farm differential, GFG are still ahead in gold in that lane.
Yeah, it's the boots diff. So there's actually
Mm-hmm.
has the boots diff as we do see
Yep.
Gank coming in here.
Gorgster once again falling prey to that Zac. Not able to escape last time, and can he do it this time? He does with the flash. Well played by Gorgster. Good patience to hold the flash there, and gets out of the way. So that's going to be Dirty Phil having a bit of a summoner advantage up there, but still Gorgster with the CS lead.
Yeah, a pretty interesting interaction there. I didn't know that Shen shields the deny of the auto attacks actually worked on the Zac Q.
Sure.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it counts as an auto attack, so that makes sense. I actually hadn't seen that either. So interesting one. It's a kind of a notable counter there in the micro sense for Gorgster up against Swark. We'll have to see if that continues to play out, but that will press the go button there for BMO to go onto the dragon, and it is going to be taken by BMO here.
Yep,
So
good response there from
already a
BMO.
much better start for BMO.
Absolutely, they're a bit ahead in gold, and that dragon is a quite decent early pickup. We do see that Swark, as a result, is just going to take away the topside camps. Good answer to that, of course, as well. So it's kind of a trade, pretty much an equal trade of resources across the map. Looks like, again, we see here in the top lane, they're just fighting each other, but it's really not that much happening. It's pretty much just procking grass procs over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, even in CS as well. So top lane's not much to look at. And of course, also in the mid lane, there isn't a lot of volatility between these two champions. Neither Corki nor Orianna have some sort of crazy potential to do solo kills. Orianna maybe a little bit more so, but it's not likely to happen there. So they're just also satisfied to farm up. You do see that Lucan has rushed those cooldown boots of lucidity there. So interesting to see that one instead of maybe looking for a lost chapter early on. Goes for the boots instead, but also Lucan narrowly avoiding a gank and going down pretty low in HP there.
Yeah. Again, I mean, this is this compared to first game, this is a bit dry if you ask me. You do see the lane is going to be pushing towards GFG here. But Schwark isn't actually here to do anything about it, so they're just getting pushed in, and nothing is going to happen off of that.
You can see that using, CS leads. Oh, actually, Cirrus managed to take down Lucan out of completely nowhere. I did not see how that happened, but the ultimates are flying in the bot lane as well. The ultimate from Xayah comes in and doesn't get anything, but they do manage to finish off Samira. Bog's going to go down as well. Now Dirty Phil is teleporting into a 1 versus 3. He's way higher on HP, and he already takes down the support. Looks like he's actually going to be able to find something out of this teleport play, even though he was in a 1v3. And there we go, J-Beach trying to get away. Fancy feet against the Zac, but not against the Scion, as Swark is trying to catch up. Now another teleport's coming in. Will J-Beach be able to get away? This teleport is crazy from the Corki. The package coming in. J-Beach is down. Gorgster is stuck behind the tower. They've got to juggle the aggro, and they will so far do it. And they finally have to flash away. None of them go down with the tower aggro. That's a use of the package there from Cirrus, and GFG come out way ahead in the exchange.
Wow. All right, we see a bit of a replay here. J-Beach is already super low on health here. He's trying to run away, but the package comes in really clutch, and that is just going to be a kill. The tower here is aggroed by Dirty Phil. He de-aggroes it as he sees no bamboozles coming in, and miraculously, he doesn't get rooted under the tower. And that's just going to be overall, it's going to be a benefit of 3 kills going over to GFG. Which is absolutely huge. And, if you wanted scientific evidence that caster curse does exist, here you go. As I was talking about how dry this game was, suddenly we have an exchange of, so many kills.
Exhibit A right here, and notable as well that 3 kills went over to Cirrus in that exchange. So, we've all played against a Corki who gets fed early on. It is not a pretty sight, and GFG, unless a BMO do something drastic, GFG might be in a similar situation to last game before too long, as Lucan's going to go down as well. Swark with some great presence there. So Bamboozle's looking for a fight. Bog's going to get stunned up here, but they just don't have the damage, and this is the problem. Hang on. They are going to be able to get the damage. So many feathers coming out there. Beautiful work coming in from the bot lane, and now a fight at the Rift Herald as well. The action just suddenly picks up twofold right as we say it. J-Beach is going to be able to get away, has to give up the Rift Herald there, and the Shen ultimate wasn't available to help out, so... There we go. A one kill does go back for BMO. They do manage to find that kill onto the support. Gorgster now looking for the fight on Dirty Phil. That's just a slap fight up there as usual. And we're back even in terms of players alive on the map. GFG with a bit of a gold lead now.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely 100% on Zizzers. He didn't just didn't use his W early enough to block the feathers for his support. So unfortunate there. If he does so, I believe he gets out. I don't really see how they have the damage otherwise.
Yep.
So a bit unfortunate there, but it is going to be BMO very happy with that one, getting a bit more gold onto no bamboozles. At this point, the gold in between the AD carries is about equivalent. It's actually might still be a little ahead for Zizzers just because of the CS differential.
Yep.
But again, I mean, it's not really a problem for GFG at all, just because they have this super fed Corki that as soon as he gets to his Muramana, it's going to do so much damage.
Yeah, Corki, when he gets fed, I just cannot understate how much damage CECS is going to be doing once he gets a little bit further. You can see a gank coming in, though. J-Beach coming in, using the Shen ultimate as well. They're only going to be able to get Bog on this one. Zizzers dipped long ago. But that is a good, it's a good gank. It's a big commitment, though. And we'll see if they're able to get the dragon off of this as well. That is the plan. So, a double-edged sword here coming in. Not only do you get the gank, you also get 4 players down at bot side to prevent any dragon fight from going on. So nice play there by BMO. Definitely they do well. Shen teleports back top. Yep, just good execution by BMO on the macro play, and they get the dragon and a kill out of it.
Yeah, that was well played. The initial gank and the setup as well for dragon was perfect. Just kind of curious that animating dead backed and Gorgster TP top. If Swark and Cirrus just go and check, I think they might win that fight.
Right.
So I was kind of scared when I saw animating Jed starting to recall and Gorgster TPing top. I was like, guys, like, do you want this trick or not? But I guess it's fine. They don't actually go for it. They called the bluff.
Yep, it was a bluff. Yeah.
They mental control them into not going to check. As Lucan here, he might just be dead. Nope, he managed to dodge that last rocket. He will live for now.
Fancy feat from Lucan. Gets out of the way there, and that's going to be... Ooh, the ultimate coming in. Unstoppable Onslaught, if I recall correctly. That one's called. Dirty Phil is going to be able to get some damage there, but Bog once again is in trouble. There's a lot of damage coming in, and the exhaust goes down on Samira. No flash available for Zizzers, and he's going to go down as well. So that is 2 more kills. Suddenly BMO are right back in this game. The Xayah, while we may not love it as a champion and as a pick here, 5-1 Xayah is as good as a 5-1 on another ADC. It is going to be very, very difficult to deal with no bamboozles at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we were talking about how Xayah is basically like a D tier AD carry, but if you're this fed, it doesn't matter. It's just straight up. As we see again here, Lucan, he's just dead. Just I don't know why you're in that lane with this little HP against Corki. Unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lucan just overstaying there, and we mentioned the Corki damage, and there you go. The taunt coming in. Cyan's going to take a couple of tower shots, but literally doesn't lose any HP at all. So there we go.
Yeah, it's 100% a wet noodle fight at this point in the top lane. In the beginning, Shen kind of could do something, but at this point he just has too much HP amassed, as we do see a fight breaking out here.
Yeah, J-Beach does have maybe a bit of an advantage in HP here. And
that's a beautiful
The ultimate
taunt.
comes in. Really, really great work coming in from the Shen. Now Corki has come in, but not to any avail. Corki's going to go down as well. BMO are kind of running away with it at this point. They are still down in gold, but they're getting so many kills onto this Xayah, and just a really well played skirmish here.
GFG just 100% misplaying here. They don't know where the bot lane is on the map, and they just decide, yeah, let's go for it. And then they just get absolutely clapped. The amount of CC is absolutely non-negligible on BMO. You have to remember, there's a taunt, there's a heck remote, there's a concussive blows from the Braum. It's all pretty much super easy CC. That's really hard to miss. I mean, concussive blows is literally impossible to miss. If you miss Hecarim ult, I'm reporting you after the game. So it's like, you have to respect that, and they don't, and they end up paying the price for it. And now No Bamboozles is really fed, and Gorkster coming out with a bit of a spicy build here. I do like it, but he has the gold now to actually have an impact in these fights. If he has a good taunt, he can slow everyone down, do a decent amount of damage. So it's looking pretty good for BMO. A game that was looking pretty disastrous is now looking pretty winnable.
Well, and of course, the one piece of crowd control that is difficult to use is that shockwave, and you've got so much else to set it up that it's definitely going to be so dangerous to take team fights against BMO currently. GFG is going to have to find some other strategy, find some sort of pick, and this is where it starts to become really hard to play Samira because you've got all this crowd control you're going into, a lot of tanks, you're not getting resets the way you'd like to, and you are behind in damage to your fellow AD carry. So Zizer's going to have a really hard time in the next few minutes in this game.
Yeah, 100%. As we do see the Hecarim here, as well as the Shen TP, they're committing a lot again.
Cirrus flashes, huge damage coming in from the Corki, and Lucan is dead before the fight even starts. Will Cirrus even go down? Double kill coming in from Cirrus, and Bog takes down Gorgster as well. GFG turn it right back around, and they hold on to that gold lead.
It's an absolute disaster. They actually do not manage to kill Cirrus here. There is just not enough damage. The shield bow pretty much saves him.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough damage on J-Beach and Gorkster to finish up that kill, right? You need the damage from No Bamboozles to actually manage to kill Cirrus at this point. Lucan just doesn't do enough damage. I think even if he gets that ult off, Cirrus might die, but they still lose the fight. So it's really, really tough at this point. We're talking about how good it was looking with BMO, but without No Bamboozles, it doesn't look that good at all.
No Bamboozles has got all the gold right now.
Yeah, so fighting without your AD carry, not a super good decision. They will be taking their first ocean drake of the game. Excuse me, GFG will be taking that.
Cirrus has the package here. He is going for it. J-Beach takes a lot of damage, tries to get out of there, is going down to the dot, but doesn't go all the way down, and the exhaust is down on Cirrus. Has he gotten too far here? He has. Shutdown coming in. A double kill. No Bamboozles is putting the entire team on his back right now, and Cirrus way overextended there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, super well played there from J-Beach. He actually uses the E and the wolves to extend the range of how far away he can get. And then he baits Cirrus into the concussive blows, and then he just dies. Because of the CC, and the follow-up feathers are just too easy. As we do see Gorkster here, he's caught in a 1v2.
Gorkster going to get taken down. Finally, Zizer's going to take down one of those big beefy tanks with the help of one of his own beefy frontliners. Dirty Phil helping out on that one, and Zizers putting another kill on the board. But yeah, BMO did find a great kill there. Now Lucan, we know how dangerous this Corki is. So much damage, and the last rocket doesn't hit. Lucan survives, but he just cannot be in the same zip code as that Corki right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in the same state, it's pretty much criminal at this point.
Exactly.
He has to use the flash. He'll move out of the country, I guess. As we do see here, a bit of an engage, but it's at a numbers disadvantage for now.
Ultimate coming in. Here's No Bamboozles. That's a lot of damage, and you know it's going to happen with No Bamboozles on 8 kills. They do manage to find the Maokai, so BMO come out just ahead in that fight. They're still behind in gold. GFG with that farm lead and with the Corki so fed have continued to amass gold here, and if Cirrus is allowed to put out sustained damage in the fight, they are likely to win it. But With no bamboozles getting so strong here, it is looking really tough. And no bamboozles not taking your advice, going for a more standard, shall we say, build on the Xayah. When you're this fed, it probably doesn't matter that much, but well, maybe later on in the league, once teams have watched this VOD, they'll be trying out that Duskblade Xayah.
Oh no, I mean it's when you're this fed, the standard
Yep.
build is just fine.
Yep.
I think when you're this fed, it doesn't matter what you build, right? You
Yep.
can go
Yep.
for insane builds and you'll still do okay.
Yep.
Um, I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I do believe that Xayah at this point can also get away with just not building a mythic
Mm-hmm.
until later into the game, kind of similarly to how an Ezreal build works. But again, it doesn't really matter because you're fed, and
Yep.
that Gale Force does actually help you reposition and use your feathers. It's not a bad item on Xayah at all.
Yep.
As we do see now, I mean, no bamboozles, he has to carry this game.
Yeah. Yeah, and against someone like a Zac, that Gale Force definitely is going to have some utility. But now, what is the plan here? Dragon is going to be up in a minute 30, so a little bit of time to keep getting set up. Currently, GFG do have full control of that area of the map. Baron is available, but it's not much of an option for BMO. There just isn't the sustained damage that they need. Here comes Swark trying to go for something here and goes in, but no bamboozles is here. And yeah, look at the damage that comes out. Swark just cannot do anything up against that. Animating Dead ends up picking up the kill. They don't want to get stunned. They don't have vision of everybody. Turns out they would have been fine to give that over to no bamboozles, but in any case, that's going to be a pick on the jungler. And will that signal for them to go for an objective? They still really need those towers, and they still really need to figure out a little bit of map control. So far, it's just the team fights. They need more pieces of the puzzle here.
Yeah, GFG really really doing a lot of the same mistakes here. They're overextending into the enemy jungle without vision onto the AD carry, which is, of course, the most important part of this composition. But they are actually starting the Baron,
The
and I do
Baron.
not like this call at all, Wes. They actually might be able to find the Scion here, but Unstoppable Force here.
Can he drift far enough? J Beach has gotten the ultimate. Gorgster wants to go, but J Beach says, no, I do not. Get out of here. We're going back. So
Oh
a
boy.
little miscommunication there. Yeah, it looks like maybe they were trying to start it just to bait somebody into a kill, and they tried to do it with the Scion, who had to use the Unstoppable Onslaught to get away. But yeah, just kind of a little bit of a waste of time. And now Dragon is available, and unfortunately, BMO simply are not in position, and it's just going to go over to GFG for free.
Yeah, I really don't like that call. I mean, Sierra's had his package. If
Mm-hmm.
they kind of overstay just a little bit, they're all dead. Gorkster will die.
Yep.
So at least that's, one thing that GFG can get back. As they
Yep.
do get the second Drake, the second Ocean Drake of the game. Just
Mm-hmm.
really, really good, in these extended fights when you have this many tanks, it's gonna bring out a lot of healing. Especially when you're into a composition where you basically only have one carry.
Mm-hmm.
Like Xayah does like extended fights quite a lot. You want to put down a maximum amount of feathers. And now it might just be GFG's turn to start this Baron.
BMO are not really in position. Look at that. It's going down pretty quick. Corki does a lot of damage to this right now. They are heading over, but, well, it's half HP. It's going to be somewhat close if BMO decide to go for it, but it looks like they're actually just going to have to give it up. And yeah, Hecarim's just nowhere near. So there we go. GFG just win the macro fight hard here off of a mistake for BMO to go for that Baron early on. And yeah, I was saying there's no chance they'd go for the Baron just because they simply do not have the damage to threaten it that quickly. GFG, however, they got 2 AD carries.
Yeah, they have 280 carries, and they also the Sunfire Zac does quite a lot of damage to the
Yep.
Baron, as well as the Scion. It's a fast Baron, and Lucan, crucially down in that bot lane, he's just
Yeah.
farming. It's
Yeah.
not great. It's not a good macro there. You have to consider the fact that the enemies can do the Baron faster than you have.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have vision on it. You don't have a teleport. You can't be down in the bot lane by yourself like that. You have to have the
Yep.
Shen in the bot lane, and then splitting and putting a bit of pressure. And then whenever
Yeah.
the fights break out around the Baron, then you ult. So a little bit of a macro misplay there from BMO, and this is going to propel GFG into the gold lead. Now about 3k gold, 3k, 3.5k gold ish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And GFG looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, GFG are looking good. They have sort of the damage scaling on their side with, just more of a team fight focus for BMO. If they do keep finding these catches, GFG have consistently been overextending and making small mistakes, and BMO have been able to capitalize on some. We'll see if that continues to happen here as both teams kind of slow down. Baron push will come through. J-Beach is actually going for it there. A flash coming in from the Samira. Will Bamboozles be able to catch up? No, he will not. That's going to be the flash traded for Zizzers. J-Beach still has that ghost available. So BMO get a critical summoner spell, but still Baron minions are pushing into multiple lanes. And BMO have to deal with that, have to use some wave clear, of which they have very little, honestly, on this team in order to stop these sieges. But GFG are not that vicious with this push right now.
Yeah, it looks like for now they're just chilling. They have both tanks out in the top lane while we have 4 in the mid lane. A bit of a 4-1 here as you can.
Oh, Engage coming in. Shut down onto No Bamboozles. What does this mean? Are they going to be able to push further here? They definitely get an inhibitor for this. And yeah, wow, Swark, that's exactly what you want. Zach came out of completely nowhere and destroyed a couple of members of the team there. So that is going to be really tough. Lucan finding a shockwave, trying to get a delay, but he's just caught out. And is this going to be the end of the game? Jay Beach trying to go in on Zizzers, but he doesn't even get the kill. A killing spree, and it's complete disaster for BMO right now. They cannot get a single win in this late game fight. And GFG, oh no, GFG are just ending the game right here and right now off of those kills. There's 20 seconds left on those cooldowns.
And here's when you type AD diff in the chat. No. Absolute disaster there. No Bamboozle's getting caught out. And he just dies. He just gets insta one-shot because he doesn't use his buttons. And it's working serious